So Crypto Universe, I'm back with another video, and today I wanted to talk about Circle. It's a big day for Circle, and it's one of the biggest stories in crypto for really the rest of this summer, definitely for this month specifically. But Circle has officially been listed on the New York Stock Exchange. It is official. The IPO is official. For the people that don't know, I'm sure most of you know, but for the people that don't know, Circle is a company behind USDC. USDC is the second largest stablecoin in the entire crypto market. Just in the past 24 hours, there's been, I mean, just on a daily basis, there's about roughly 14, 13, 14, however many billions of dollars that are being traded within USDC every single day. It's a very popular stablecoin. It's obviously a stablecoin that is based on the US dollar. I'm excited about crypto getting this sort of exposure, but I'm a little uncomfortable with a piece of information that came out shortly after. So this is a report from Chad Stangrabber, who's a popular person on social media, but he pointed out the fact that Circle CFO cashed out $37 million worth of shares on its IPO immediately. Mind you, this was 6 times larger than the amount they said that the CFO said they were going to cash out in the original disclosure. So I'm not saying that's the end of the world. Maybe that ends up being like a nothing burger and things are just fine after that, but that seems a little bit concerning. That seems a little bit odd that the CFO was in such a rush to just cash that much out. I didn't even know you could cash out that much that quickly right after an IPO is official. I did not know that. So it's very interesting to see that. It does make me speculate on what's going on exactly, because my gut's telling me something bigger is happening. Clearly, the CFO knows something. I know we've all seen the story over the past couple weeks about how right now there's allegedly a bidding war going on right now between the company Ripple, which is the company behind the cryptocurrency XRP, as well as Coinbase. Allegedly, there's a bidding war where Coinbase and Ripple are trying to buy Circle. I'm not sure if anything's going to actually come from that, but maybe this plays a part in it. Who knows? But we'll see within the coming weeks what actually this is all about. Speaking of Circles, so this is an article here from Decrypt talking about how Circle's IPO stacks up against other crypto market debuts. So Circle closed with an $18.4 billion evaluation. Mind you, that's like, I think about roughly at least 3 to 4 times what its evaluation was prior, but still it closed with the $18.4 billion valuation, which is well below Coinbase's IPO, but ahead of newer entrants like Fold and eToro. So Circle stock surged Thursday as the stablecoin issuer began trading on the New York Stock Exchange, marking one of the strongest debuts by a crypto-native firm in recent memory. The offering raised nearly $1.1 billion, giving Circle a closing market capitalization of $18.4 billion, positioning it behind sector giants but ahead of smaller entrants. Trading under the ticker Circle, or CRCL, Circle listed 34 million shares and quickly attracted investor demand. The stock opened at $69 and peaked at $103.75 intraday, with trading halted multiple times during the session due to volatility. Again, this is the regular stock market, so they're not really going to be comfortable with that crypto volatility. That's anything beyond like 3 to 5% is going to make the traditional world of finance get very uncomfortable and think that everything is just out of whack. Whereas in the crypto space, we've been very desensitized, and if something doesn't move dramatically like 40, 50, 80, 100, 2000%, it feels like nothing's moving. It feels like everything's going sideways. But I'm going to continue reading the article here. So its stock closed at $83.23, representing a 168% leap from its IPO price of $31 per share. Whew. With the IPO market open for business in the US, this will have an important trickle-down effect on the entire crypto M&A and financing market. This is a quote from Casper Johansson, who's a partner and co-founder at Spartan Group. IPOs release liquidity for early investors. This liquidity gets put back into the system via new investments and VCs raising new funds. It also gives the newly listed companies firepower to pursue M&A transactions, as they now can pay both with cash and their shares. That, in turn, gives VCs and investors more confidence in financing companies. As there is a path to liquidity through IPOs and M&A, Johansson added, and this trickles down all the way to early stage investments as well. Circle's debut comes as a growing number of crypto companies eye initial public offerings, a trend that has gained traction amid the US's pro-crypto pivot under US President Donald Trump. The stablecoins giant's strong first-day performance stands in contrast to several high-profile listings in the sector, though its valuation reflects a more tempered investor outlook. Coinbase, the largest crypto exchange in the United States, went public via direct listing in April 2021 with an $85 billion valuation. Shares gained 31% on the debut before pulling back, and the stock has since been closely tied to broader crypto market cycles. So again, like it clearly, the Circle IPO is not the biggest we've seen. However, it's still doing way better than many people were expecting. Like, I wasn't expecting, even with me being bullish on the crypto market as a whole, I wasn't expecting it to do a 168% jump in the first day. Anything between 50 and 100%, I would have been like, all right, that's extremely impressive. Because again, we're talking about the traditional world of finance now. You're talking about stocks. Usually with stocks, you usually, anything above like 3 to 5% usually makes people like start really perking their ears up, let alone when you start talking about 100+%, even though in the space of crypto, we're used to hearing these numbers. But I want to go to the next post here related to Circle. This is a post from On-Chain Austin. His full name is Austin King. He talks about Circle and he says, today the value of Circle tripled. He listed it as 15 billion, but it's actually gone up to 18.4 billion. How could prices go up that quickly? And what does it mean for other stablecoin issuers like Ripple and Tether? This is just a glimpse into what is coming next. The number one thing you need to watch is actually how much exposure Wall Street can get. But it's crypto? Historically, yes. You had to go to weird places like offshore exchanges to get exposure to crypto projects. The game has completely changed now, though. Crypto and the traditional financial system are finally merging. Why did it 3x that quickly? Simply because there was far more demand to own Circle stock than previously anticipated. This was the canary in the coal mine. We didn't really know how Wall Street would react to the opportunity to invest in Circle, and apparently neither did Circle's leadership. Traditional markets sent the world an extremely clear message today. They are ready for crypto. So what happens next? We're likely to see investors readjust their expectations of performance for the largest stablecoin issuers like Ripple and Tether. Tether will be constrained. It's offshore and it's not regulated by the NYDFS like Ripple and Circle are. In other words, it will be hard for Wall Street to invest in it. Ripple, on the other hand, while not a public company yet, does have XRP, which actually powers their stablecoin. And many investors are likely to treat it as a proxy trade while the company remains private. The next 100x opportunities are clearly going to be rooted in stablecoins. There is a reason that we have spent millions at Omni FDN to build tools needed by, well, from that point on, he starts to talk about Omni, but still, you get the general point that he's trying to get across here. So I've had my concerns about Tether for the past several years, but that's muddy waters. I know some people think that Tether's going to be fine. I'm not here to debate if Tether's going to have staying power in the long term or not. However, he does make a good point that you are seeing the world of traditional finance and the world of what I would call crypto finance. I wanted to call it DeFi, but technically not all of crypto is truly DeFi in my opinion, but still, like, the world of crypto finance and the world of traditional finance, it is merging. It's inevitable. You see, the Genius Act is already it's picking up steam by the day. They once upon a time, just a few years ago, they were acting as if this was just all one big fluke and it was just a bunch of NFT JPEGs and all these things they said to try to act like this wasn't inevitable. And here we are headed towards a fully digital future where all of our valuable assets will be tokenized, and we have an opportunity to benefit from it. I don't think we have much time left. I can't predict the future. This is not a price prediction channel, but I don't think we have much time left, and I think this is still a good time in history to try to get ahead of the curve. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Are you concerned with the CFO of Circle cashing out $37 million the day that the IPO is official, like, which was 6 times more than what they disclosed or what they claimed it was going to cash out? And do you think Ripple or Coinbase is going to be able to buy Circle?